Hi everyone, we're live. And hello, Nick, how are you?
I'm really well, thank you for asking, Marie. We were just chatting actually, so we'll probably share what we were chatting about. But yeah, overall, no, I'm really good. And you?
That's so good. Yeah, no, cool. And Jazzy wants to say hello as well to everyone. So, so today we were actually going to continue on with that theme we were talking about last week, which is the messages from loved ones that have passed over. How are they communicating with us? Are they talking, or are they giving us messages in another way? And what sort of animals? I mean, because we've got loved ones and loved animals that have passed over, or just any sort of animals that come into our dreams as well. So if you've had any of those dreams, and thank you, I've had a couple sent in by people, which is amazing. But yeah, if you've had any of those dreams, or you've been noticing animals around you, just pop your comments down, because it's so lovely to share. And before we start, though, it was really interesting because Nick and I were talking about it. And I love this about this beautiful family here. So I jump on and Nick went, "Oh, my sleeping patterns have been all over the shop." I went, "Oh, thank God you said that," because I was going to ask everyone, how's everyone's sleeping patterns been? I'm normally like a log at night. I don't move. Well, been crazy the last week. 2:30, I want to get up. No, Marie, it's only 2:30. Or, I can't go to sleep. I'm going, this is weird. So I don't know how everyone else has been faring, but so Nick, you've been feeling the same thing, haven't you?
Yeah, I have, and often it's not just once; it's been several times. And even my partner said to me the other day, he said, "Did you get up again?" And I saw the light come. I said, "It's not a problem." I said, "I know." I said, I felt like I should just get up and just get on with my life.
Yeah.
I felt I had enough energy just to, go and start doing things. Of course, it's pitch black outside. And I did that 3 times one night, another night. And of course, I'm zonked out in the middle of the day where I just get hit by that tiredness where I have to catch up a bit of sleep. But yeah, it's a strange old week that, I'm taking on board thinking, yep, it's all helping the process, whatever that is.
Exactly. So, and we've got Zan on today. Hi, gorgeous.
Zan
Zan
has
has
you here.
visits from her beautiful loved ones, and Marie's on. Hi. So yeah, and Christine, yay! I caught up with Christine on the weekend, which was really special. So let us know, guys. How have you been feeling? What's been going on? And it's so nice. I find it really comforting to know that I'm not alone. So I'm not just going a little bit cray-cray. So that, if we are experiencing these weird phenomena, whether it's through sleeping or not sleeping, or, as you were saying as well, Nick, through muscle cramping, talking about that. And if you are getting a lot of muscle cramping, sometimes I find if we're going through a big electromagnetic upgrade, like a frequency shift, we use a lot of magnesium in our body. So actually, I mean, Nick, you said you had a magnesium bath the night before. You intuitively felt it. And so, yeah, but I use a spray. I try and use a spray every day, or that oil on my feet really helps. So, yeah. And so, Zan, you said you're waking up early. Yeah. So I know it's just like, okay, so there's definitely some shifting going on for us all, I would say, at this stage.
I mean, I'm happy if I don't sleep as much as I do, as long as my body is capable of managing it, because I sort of like having I'm happy just to be awake and doing the things, enjoying life. So perhaps we're getting used to that.
Maybe we are. So but then all of a sudden it'll just go back to normal probably, but it's definitely like very weird energy. So
exactly.
Wow. So Marie's
waking up every night, 2:15, 2:30, sometimes only for 1.5 hours. Last night I was just up. Otherwise, so tired, could sleep all day. Yeah, it's all topsy-turvy, isn't it?
Oh, thank you. This is great. We're not crazy. We're all crazy together.
Tracy says sleep pattern is up and down. Sleep good one night and the next I toss and turn. Yeah, exactly.
And I'm like, I might as well just get up and like do something, sweep the kitchen floor or have a cup of tea, or like, okay.
I haven't learned to be productive at that time, though. I sort of just walk around like in this confused state going, I really need to go back to bed.
Absolutely.
Zan's got a dream. She said last night, blood coming out of the tap to fill up the coffee machine. Whoa, felt like dead birds in the well where the water was coming from, and the well was running dry.
Well, Zan, that's a real good one. So, Zan,
I don't
Can
think I've
you
ever heard of anything like this before.
I've never heard of anything like this either. Zan, can you pop in the comments, please, what
Mm,
your thoughts were around it? Because you're a fantastic dream decoder, and I'd love to hear it from your intuition, and then we can
yes.
some other perspectives. Yeah, because you're amazing. So,
Yeah.
and
I love the way it combines everyday living stuff with
yeah,
the concepts and the metaphors together for what we understand. It's really clever. You know, it's just I always just think that the best movies are in dreams. She's just
Zan's a
always
bit
pumped.
I love it. All right.
Oh,
Well, whoops, where are we? Hang on a minute.
emotions running dry or leaking.
Interesting. Yeah. Um, so I don't know, but for me, straight away when I hear the word when it's blood, yeah, it's a losing of energy. And the fact it was in your coffee machine, Zan, are you drinking too much coffee? Is it that simple? Are your adrenals losing energy because the coffee will stimulate adrenals, and that can deplete us. We feel great for the first half an hour, and then the adrenaline just goes. I don't know. Can I ask you that personal question? How much coffee are you drinking, honey? And a bird. So what does a bird mean? So, you know, to me, a bird is freedom, it's spiritual, and if it's dead at the bottom of the water, yes, emotional aspect as well. So you probably looked it up, but what do you feel? What are you feeling, Nick?
Well, the blood is the life force, so I certainly felt it was something to do with her personal energy that was coming out of the tap to fill up the coffee machine. But if you look at it the other way, I would say for me, if I got that, I'll be saying that coffee also gives us this burst of energy.
Mm.
I would just say be careful of if it was myself, aware that I'm conscious of all the energy that's coming through my body, and I'm trying to find ways to harness it. And perhaps it's not the most ideal way, the way I'm managing it. And the dead birds in the well where the water was coming from and the well was running dry is probably indicating that, yeah, just be aware that, you know, you could be starting to run on empty again, like you're at that point.
Yeah, and you've had a lot on, so yeah, maybe you need to take some time out. And thanks, Kathleen, because she said the bird in the book is spiritual freedom. Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. So is there too much emotions? I mean, I think we're all going through an upgrade at the moment as well. I think we're all going through this shift as we've just been talking about. So I'm just going to pull some cards for you, Zan, because it's not often you're stumped, my lovely one. Let's have a little look and see what the cards might have to throw up for us. Okay, so this is the Zan's dream. Let me get some more direction and guidance for her. Interesting. Okay, I'm starting to get a bit of a download. This is interesting, Zan, because the King of Cups has come up. Now, to me, this is a master of emotions. This is someone that can master them, but there's often what I feel is something hidden under the cape. So is there a subconscious aspect or emotion that needs to come up, because the Magician then came up next to it. And this can be, we've either got all of the tools that we need to help ourselves, so yeah, and it can also be like an illusion. So I feel there's something that's maybe a little bit deeper for you, that even just doing a little bit of energy work for yourself, or going in subconsciously and asking that aspect to come up. I'm just going to pull one more because there's a real tingly one here. Let's just see. Yeah. The Chariot. So once you've got that balance, the Chariot is always about getting the balance and then moving forward. So I feel there's just a little bit of work. I'd do a meditation, or just run a little bit of energy on yourself and just ask for some deeper insight on that one, because that's quite an unusual little dream.
It is. And I want to add there, like, if I've met Zan in real life, and when you meet someone, you feel their energy. And Zan has huge energy. I feel it from her. It feels like just oozing out of her. It's like it wants to envelop you. But of course, when you do that, and even conscious or not, it's very easy to sometimes give too much of that away. So perhaps when I do that myself, I often question, why am I allowing so much to come out? Is there something I'm not confident about within myself? I don't know. It's just one of those things that I'm aware of, because I can be larger than life, and then I realize, oh, I need to contain myself again and bring myself back to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
She says that resonates.
That's true, and even running that Beyond Doorways session is so powerful, Zan, and will take you 15 minutes. So that's something I am feeling for you will help to balance you, and you'll probably get your little aha moment as well after that. So yeah, but oh, thank you for sharing that, because I think we're all going through this feeling out of sorts as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and it's interesting because Christine was talking about the magnesium as well.
Oh wow, I take magnesium all the time, yet I was feeling really like I was lacking yesterday, really restless legs and arms. Yes, exactly, Christine. That's what I was telling Marie about, that even my back was doing spasming or something. It was so strange. Yeah. So at least we're doing what we can do to help minimize, I guess, the effects of it. So that's great that you're doing that.
Exactly, and also, Christine, you probably remember we were talking about the Merkaba. You probably got a lot of electromagnetic upgrade going on for you at the moment. So yeah, so I am not surprised with that at all. And I usually remind people to take magnesium when we with the work that we do. So there you go, guys. It could be time to have an Epsom salt bath as well. Yeah, so.
And put a few crystals in there as well. That's always fun.
I know. And I love frankincense and, the lavender oils. They're beautiful in your bath. So,
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so we're going to start with the dreams that got sent in today. And also, Kathleen sent in a beautiful email because she wasn't on fully last week when we were talking about loved ones, and I know she's had a lot of visitation, so we've got that one coming up as well. So if you've got any comments about loved ones that have come through in your dreams, the other thing I wanted to know is when we speak consciously, because as we're mediums, and so we can talk with our loved ones in real life. I find that quite a different interaction to the dream world. So I'd love to know if people have had an opportunity to even compare that and let us know. So okay. All right. So Angel Laurie's dream.
So excellent. Thanks for sending your dreams in. As you said, got some whopper dreams here. There was another group experience with people moving together, but there was no outside force or impending doom. At one point, we're all together in a large area. Then everyone started eating bacon. There was no kitchen and no one was a chef. Just bacon appeared in front of people's faces and everyone started eating it. Then I saw Michael Jackson. He was smiling and talking to people, eating bacon too. Then I woke up to the sound of my alarm clock.
I think that's beautiful. And, we've talked about, I think Zan sort of brought this to our attention before, is when we have someone famous in our dream. It could be a guide swap over. It could be a guide coming through to show you something. So, but I'll pop up Angel Laurie's comment.
I laid there dazed and confused as to what groups of people Bacon and Michael Jackson could possibly mean. The time I woke up was 5 a.m. Angel number 500 symbolises major but positive changes coming to life. It combines the energies and vibrations of the number 5 and 0 to deliver a message of confidence. Keep working towards your goals and what you believe is right with courage.
That's so apt for you, I think, Angel Laurie, because a lot of your dreams have been about this shifting and changing and bringing things in cohesively, I think, as well, and feeling safe doing that. So, and I would love to know, Angel Laurie, do you eat bacon? Do you love bacon?
Yes.
Is it nurturing for you? Is it nourishing for you? Can you believe this? I hadn't eaten bacon in years, and then I just started craving bacon. So the last week, I've just been going, give me some bacon. It's the weirdest thing. So I listened to my body. So, and now I'm done. I think I'm okay again.
Yeah.
So there's something in there that you've needed. So I'd love to know what your thoughts are. I know you're not on, but yeah, what bacon means to you. So
bacon's a funny one, isn't it? Because it's like when people smell it, it's like, people often say my favourites are bacon and egg sandwiches or something like that, but a lot of people do eat bacon. It's a standard sort of thing, and certainly here in Australia. I avoid it as much as I can, but I got to say, the other day we were at the markets and my husband went and got a bacon and egg sandwich, bacon and egg roll.
Yeah.
And so he gave me half of it. And to be honest, I really enjoyed it.
I know, it's so weird. I couldn't eat bacon, meat. I couldn't touch meat for a couple of years. And then Yeah, so it's really weird. And eggs, I've just been craving eggs. So it's
Yeah,
this just, I'm
totally.
going, okay.
Mm.
And it's just today I'm going, yeah, no, I don't think I want any of that. So
Yeah.
funny, isn't it? So yeah, what does bacon mean to Angel Laurie? So to me, it's like, it smells. I know it's a beautiful pig, but it smells delicious. It tastes delicious. It's quite. It can be quite salty. So yeah, I don't know, but nurturing food is always nurturing and nourishing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
Michael
maybe,
Jackson,
maybe that's what the key is, nurturing.
I
I'm sort
think
of
so
feeling that's what
too.
it could be. Comfort food.
Yeah, yes,
And
and
being
I
in the
think,
States as well, it's hugely comforting food.
yeah, definitely. And Michael Jackson. I mean, a legend in his own lifetime, really. Man's incredibly talented. So
Mm.
yeah, so look, just maybe you're tap into your guides, actually drop in, do a little meditation or a contemplation, tap into your guides and just ask, what is it that I need to nurture myself and to nourish myself with? And sometimes what I'll do, Angel Laurie, is I'll actually just connect into Gaia, Mother Gaia, and connect into the energy fields, and then allow that, ask for the prana through my divine self, whatever prana, minerals, or sustenance I need. Thank you for bringing that through to me. And I actually allow that to come into my whole etheric energy field. And it's beautiful to do it with your feet on the grass with no shoes on. So that might be something that is worthwhile you looking at doing as well. So yeah, but I'm just going to pull a couple of cards. So if you could, yeah, ask questions. Got the Two of Pentacles. So to me, this is ask questions. What do I need? So that's definitely, and the Queen of Pentacles, and then contemplate it. So contemplate what, these are reality cards. So what's going on in my reality? What is it I need for me to be nurtured and to be feeling stable and positive? So yeah, it's like the Ten of Wands has come up for you. So this is almost like you're at the end of that journey you've been on. It's
Mm.
nearly finished, but there's just some more action steps that you need to take to actually bring it into a feeling of completion. So yeah, so I hope that one helps for you. So
Mm.
oh, Tracy, yep, thank you. I've got it now. Um now, where are we next? Now, Tracy, do you, the message, the question from last week, did we write it down?
Did I write it down?
I thought,
The link between
yeah.
dreaming of animals and animal medicine cards. I did write it
Oh God, you're good. Thank you, because I'm channeling, so I
down.
just go
Remembered.
blank after these shows, and I go, what was the thing for next week? So Tracy, okay, let's have a look. So I
Dreaming
guess
of
first
animals.
up, yeah, the animal magic cards, they're all different. They all hold different energies depending on who's channeling through or bringing through the images and the associated energy. We all have our own personal association with animals and what they mean. For some people, they're terrified of snakes. I adore snakes. I love snake energy. So it depends on us personally, but genuinely, so sorry, can you just repeat that again, Nick? See
The,
what's
the
like.
link between the dreaming of animals and animal medicine cards.
So I feel there's a big similarity. So, but it always comes back to our own personal interpretation and what our personal messages are, because our highest divine self and our subconscious knows what we actually think of certain animals or what our experience has been with certain animals. I mean, if we look at my animal magic card, so while we're doing it, I'm going to pull an animal magic card for us for today, and you will get the energetic hit of this. Anyone watching this afterwards as well, you too will get the energetic hit of this animal magic card for what's going on for us today. So, yeah. So, Nick, do you want to just maybe talk about, like, yeah, what your experiences are with the dreaming of animals and comparing it to cards?
Yeah, because I think what you're probably trying to say there is you get spirit animals that you connect with through the personality of that animal, the traits of that animal, that are things that anyone would understand if they went and experienced them to look at or in their surroundings. And of course, then we have ones that pop up which are there to help us heal. And they're not necessarily ones we would see. So maybe there's the distinction between those two processes. One is for healing, one is for growth, and the other one is to see traits within ourselves that might need to be looked at or that we have been working on.
Absolutely. And for me, when animals are in a dream, I really take notice. I really do, because there's an energy. Now, you're not going to believe this card that I've just pulled from my Animal Magic deck. And Nick,
no way.
Yeah.
No way. I knew you were going to pick it. I love this. Thank you, universe.
Do you want to bring up your card that you pulled?
You can't make it up. It's brilliant. There's my card I pulled for the group.
It's the hummingbird. Look at that. So the hummingbird, to me, it's a warrior. I think it has the fastest wing vibration of all birds. It can hover and look like it's just sitting there, but it's the warrior. This is a beautiful warrior bird. So this is also, look at the white light coming through here on this one. To me, this is electromagnetic. We're going through a shift. We are really coming into some power. So what about, so do you want to say what yours resonated for you, Nick? This is hilarious.
I know. Well, there's actually 3 beautiful hummingbirds in this particular one as well. And this card connects to some dreams that I had this week, which I'll elaborate on at a certain time. But I sort of feel like there's the difference in size because also indicate the mother of the hummingbird and the nurturing feeling. But the focus of this particular card is about bringing our thoughts and our mind back into our heart and coming from our heart center all the time. So always checking in with that. And the idea is, as the card says, it's about bringing joy. And the quickest way we can bring joy into our life is coming back to our heart center. And laughter is a good one, because when you're laughing, you're not thinking of anything else. You're just in that sheer moment of joy. So the focus for me definitely this week was bringing this into being with people and myself. That's a classic, Marie.
And I just opened up the book because sometimes things will just jump out, and the words that jumped out, and of course you've got that sodalite, which is for your throat. Hummingbird will support you to stay true to yourself and to speak your truth without fear. Its magic prevents you from feeling influenced or energetically impacted by what other people think, feel, and say. You are being drawn into a spiritual initiation to strengthen your sense of self, so you can become a catalyst and teach others by example. 2 hummingbird cards, honestly, you can't make this stuff up.
No, so, it's just so true, isn't it?
But the next one that jumped up, they were both really hot when I was divinating, was the thunderbird. Again, it's a bird, but this is the lightning spirit. And lightning spirit is when things are going to happen really fast. So you're going to have some change happen, soften something you've wanted, but it happens quite quickly, and you can be a little bit shocked with how quickly it happens. So just know that things are shifting. So there you go. There's the cards for today for everyone. So, and there is energy that comes through those cards as well. So, wow. So thank you for reminding us of that, Tracy. See, this is why we had to wait till this week to do it.
Obviously, it is
energy that's coming through.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Oh, okay. Let's have a look. Where are we up to? Sorry, I'll do. Okay. So Marie, this is really interesting.
Emotions are all over the place too. Feeling alone, can chat and respond well, but numb. However, show me any animal in distress and I'm in tears.
Me too. I think we have such a connection with our beautiful animal world. They're so connected. So yeah, I know exactly. So, oh, my friend Tanya's on. Hello, beautiful. Okay, let's have a look at Tanya's daughter's dream.
My daughter told me she had a dream about her teeth falling out. That old one.
Yes, so I know. Yes, we have heard about this before, Tanya. And I've had this dream as well. And until you've had the dream, I don't know how everyone experiences it. It was years ago for me. So when they were falling out, I felt like I was going, oh my God, there's so many teeth and I don't know what to do with them. Do I spit them? They didn't hurt, but it was really weird sensation. So for me, what that means is that there's some fear going on. There's something that we're not able to chew. There's something that we're not able to even digest in our life. It's usually it's usually quite fear-based, and it can be subconscious as well as conscious together. So it can actually, in life, it can feel like we're going through quite a trauma. So yeah, Nick, what about you?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't had these dreams, but I know people that have had them. It's quite a common thing, and I just, once again, if you bring it down, is it fear or love? It's something that you're fearing, and like I've said many times on the show, that there's so much layering of fear that we've had ingrained into our psyche that it's just up here. It's not actually here. We don't need to feel it. Once we just switch off this channel for a little while and
Yeah.
we change it the other way around. So it's a quick, easy one to go, okay, what is it that frightens me at the moment?
Spot on, because the Empress card came up, Tanya, for Ruby, and just tell her, the Empress, she is the creator of her own reality. She's an incredible manifester. It's about her really going in and trusting that about herself. So she needs to just switch it into love for herself, okay, rather than fear of everything else. And then, of course, the Chariot card. These are both major arcanas. Again, once she's in balance, she'll be able to move forward really easily. So I think she needs to just have a look, do a little bit of, just have a look inside to see what's going on. And we've got an Ace of Wands. That's a big yes. So she needs to take that action to look inside herself, what's blocking her, what she's scared of, and to change something, literally. So I hope that helps. So yeah.
And I don't know how old she is, if she's quite young or she's older. But often young children can target it very quickly because they show that when they experience it, they feel it, and either they move on. But it doesn't take much to hold on to it, though. And that's the key with to constantly remind children that they can let that go. That's not there to be hanging around, just to recognise it.
Totally. No, and that's it. And just knowing that she's such a powerful manifester. So, she needs to work with that. So, Tribals popped something interesting up there.
Oh, hummingbird migration south in the US right now. Coincidence or not? Really? Isn't that awesome?
That's beautiful, yeah. I don't know. I think we do get hummingbirds here, don't we, or not?
I've never seen one here. I've seen them in the States,
yeah,
but never actually seen one here. There's possibly one somewhere north.
I know. So wow. But so thanks for sharing that one, Tanya, as well. And now we'll go back to Kathleen's, and then I want to read out what Kathleen sent. I do have to finish a little bit early today, so this is awesome. I love all of this, guys.
And while you're looking, Marie, this morning when I got up early for some weird reason, I opened up a window in my bedroom, completely opened it, and I just wanted to hear all the birds song, because they were starting up quite early this morning. And of course, when birds sing in the morning, their song in the morning is pure joy, because what they're doing is opening up all the leaves of the flowers, because it's spring, so they can get the nectar. So they're in absolute sheer joy. So I wanted to get myself in the thick of that. Yeah.
I know. Yep.
Oh, so Kathleen's dream. 4 to 6 of us won a race to be an extreme camping trip as a guide. I was paired with Reacher, book movie
one of my favourite characters, by the way. I love Reacher.
Oh, okay. He had a plan to make the trip go smoothly and win a lot of, I think there's another, different comment there, to win a lot of.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, it's been put in the wrong
money. Didn't know what the plan was. One of the women was an alcoholic and we had to toughen them up. Waiting in an SUV, the camps were harsh and had to cook beans and cheese for dinner. Then a small bear wandered through and I thought it was meant to be mean, but it was more like a friendly dog. The dream flipped to how I won this trip. I was a young woman in the 20s with brown hair and fit. My vehicle, car bike thing, wouldn't start, so I was coming last. Finally got to the top of a hill and it turned into a bike. Caught up towards the end of the hill, but had to take a sharp turn right. Most of us missed it. I backed up and made the turn and got in the top 6.
Wow. So this is, I don't know, but straight up, when you've got someone like a famous character, and especially because he's so apt and capable and can do everything. This guy's a legend. I don't know. I feel like you're getting helped. I feel like there's, again, this could be a guide dream, a little bit like Angel Laurie. So, so yeah, so if we go back to, you actually won to be a guide. So that's even, you know, saying it. So you're one of the guides. So Kathleen, I'm just feeling intuitively that you've also stepped up a level within yourself, and it's like you have to recognize that. So if we look at the number 6, so 6 to me, it actually is the Merkaba. That's how I see 6. But let's have a little look at our numbers. So number 6 is guidance. Oh my gosh, guidance. So the word again, the guidance words come up. White Brotherhood, Teachers of Truth, 6-pointed star, symbolizing perfect balance of man. 3 chakras above and 3 below the heart center. Now, the other thing in this dream that really jumped out is, where are we? So you were saying that you were young. Oh, hang on, I'm going to put Kathleen's comment up.
Oh, first time dreaming about a bear. Strength, power, inconsistent emotional energy, cuddly or crabby. In real life, I had to do some things that didn't go well the day before. So I was feeling rage and mad at everything, not like me. Then later was laughing at myself. This depicts all the aspects of the bear.
I love that. That is so cool. And it's so funny because I'd never dreamt of a bear until like 2 weeks ago, and Zan and I had a bear dream on the same night, and we rang up to tell each other, and it was so funny. So it looks like the old bear archetype is popping into dreams. So I love how you've actually decoded that for yourself and noticed what's going on in real life. So your bike is your balance, okay? So your bicycle is a balance, finding a balance. And the hill, and taking a sharp right turn, because right came up a couple of times. Masculine aspect, if we're bringing it back to the self, or you're going the right way. So you know, I don't know. I feel like you are being guided and shown that yes, you've done a big shift. You're in this top 6. You know, that's a really positive dream. So what say you, Nick?
Oh, and I also got the feeling of the bear in this was a roly-poly bear. The bear was rolling, and it was just having a bit of fun. So as much as it can, you sometimes feel like we're like constantly trying to drive through life and all these experiences and do what we've got to do to be here in the shadow work, blah, blah, blah. That really, at the end of the day, and there's that word joy that wants to come in again, is the bear just wants to have a little bit of fun.
And she did actually say that it was like a mascot feeling. Like, so yeah, so that's actually, that makes sense as well. So I'm just, yeah, look at that. Beautiful. The 9 of Pentacles. To me, this is a very unique being, a very unique aspect. There's a lot of abundance with you. I feel you've really started to step into your power and just trust it and ask for guidance, you know, whether it's from your higher self, whether it's from your beautiful angelic realm or your guides. Just tune in and get some help. Again, do a little contemplation, meditation with that. So that was beautiful. And interesting, we've got another dream from Kathleen, just while we're on it.
So she was on a mountain going up and down and right with an army guy, felt young and fit again.
And I'm sure that Kathleen was saying that in the last dream she was young, fit, and had brown hair. So your brown hair is also grounding. So this is about something coming through for you to be grounded. Again, an army guy, action. You know, you're going up, down, and right again. Yeah, I would say that you are definitely on a path that it's an adventure, but you're definitely on the right path. So,
and I just looked up army here in the book, Betty Bethard's book, need for physical self-discipline in getting grounded.
Oh, okay. So that was a part of the same dream. Thank you, because it looked like when it came through, it was 2 dreams. Thank you for clarifying that. That's really cool. So, yeah. So, wow. Beautiful. So yeah, that was, to me, that's very much a step up dream. So thank you for sharing that, Kathleen. And now let's just go back to where we were up to. And if I miss any, let me know. And if we have to do it next week, it'll be perfect divine timing, because that's exactly what happened with Tracy. And Kibu's here. Hi, Kibu. Okay. being chased. Okay, yeah. Okay, so Tracy's popped another question up, which is great.
After answering everyone's questions, I'm curious about the phoenix, a bird. What does a phoenix represent?
I'm just going to turn it. So
Oh,
this is
yes.
the phoenix. Okay, so that's your phoenix bird. So yes, so actually, Tracy, do you want to just pop down in the comments what your feeling or interpretation of the phoenix is? Because we all have a different way of explaining things, but I'd love it if you're brave enough just to pop down there what the first thought is that comes to you about a phoenix bird before we answer that. So because you're the one answering the questions, I feel that there's maybe something coming through for you around this. So yeah, that'd be really cool. Ah, good girl. She's onto it.
Rebirth, exactly.
Perfect. You got it. So to me as well, the phoenix is if you've got a situation going on in real life and there's something and you just go, I've had enough now. This needs to be finished. This needs to be completed. There's too many cooks and fingers in the pie. That's when phoenix energy can often come through and just clear it all through so that you've got a new way of progressing, and because you've finished something and finalized it so you can actually keep moving forward. So that's, they say, well, the word with the animal magic cards, when we have the phoenix, it's alchemy and immortality. So it's really a deep alchemical shift as well within our being, because the legend, as we all probably know, there's only ever one phoenix bird on earth, and when it lays its eggs and when it's ready to hatch, it doesn't rebirth itself by fire, purification, huge purification. So, but I'll have a quick look and see what's jumping out from the book for the phoenix as well. I've always seen it as a rebirth, literally. So, yeah. Yeah, so you could be in the midst of a frequency shift. You're rebirthing deeper values, beliefs, ideals, and it's like a state of purification. Exactly that. And we just and if it's come through today, you are absorbing the more refined frequencies that resonate into our dimension from the great central sun, which is the source or center of our galaxy cosmos. It is the point from which spirit enters into the cosmos and becomes solidified into matter. And I feel this is probably why we're all going through so many electromagnetic changes and shifts and frequency upgrades. So it's activating your stellar gateway chakra, which is 6 inches above the soul star chakra, so way up there. And also in our earth star chakra. So it's bringing through these frequencies to be grounded. So this is beautiful. Yep. So it's complete rebirth. Love it. Oh, here we go. This is interesting.
For the past 6 months, I've had a desire to get a tattoo of a phoenix.
So Tracy, maybe, and that's fabulous. Just remember, once it's on your body, you'll be working with that energy on an ongoing process. I'll never forget, once I got into this lift, I was away for work somewhere, and there was this big guy in the lift, and he had like a sort of half singlet on, and he had a phoenix here, and he had like a Mother Mary here, and a Mary Magdalene here, and he had the Celtic cross, and he had the dragon symbol, and I just looked at him and went, wow, how do you go with, all of that? And he went, yeah, I knew what I was doing when I put them on. So he was completely aware of the processing and the purification that he had to go through. And when he had they're amazing tattoos, but I went, whoa, that's a journey in itself.
Yeah.
So maybe, Tracy, have you thought to just sit and actually ask that phoenix energy to come through for you? That might be something that is worthwhile doing as well. Just to sort of really go deeply into the energy of the phoenix. So because you've probably been going through a rebirth yourself, which is, and it can take, sometimes it can take time, but bringing in that energy can sometimes just finish it all as well for you. So yeah, good. Yeah, do that. That's what I would do. So sometimes I just get drawn to look at that phoenix picture. And it's like, it's like, come on, just clear this out.
Yeah.
And if you're feeling it, then I would say a lot of us are probably feeling it and tapping into that energy. So which is great. So is it a bird? Well, I guess the image of it could be, construed as a bird. And they talk about an egg, that when it purifies or something, it's an egg get laid and then it rebirths again through that. So, we'll go with the bird theory.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So, Okay, so where are we up to? Let me see. I think we've got another one in here. So if anyone, now I wanted to read out Kathleen's beautiful email she sent, because as we said, she has incredible experiences with her loved ones. So I didn't write it in because it's quite a lot. So on last week's show, you asked about how deceased loved ones talk to us in dreams. And I'm sorry I missed the part where you asked me about my experiences. So she said, I watched it again. I've had many dreams with actual conversations with my mum. So I find that fascinating, because I find that for me, there's not a lot of talking in the dreams, but there's a lot of talking consciously when I'm like they're coming through in real life. Some with my grandma and husband, although those were short instances, but they did say things to me. I don't seem to have a lot of them anymore, because I feel like they've said what they needed to, or I've worked through stuff so that I don't need to see them. Yeah, and I agree with that as well. No, I miss them still. My younger brother died 5 years ago, and I don't remember any dreams with him in them since then. The ones with my mum, she told me she was okay. She told me to help my family accept my dad's new wife. She warned me about some evil in my house. My son was messing around with the Ouija stuff. Cool. She told me something exciting was going to happen. And yeah, so but Kathleen also has a dream book from the year she died packed away. So there's probably more. Interesting. And, it's interesting too, when people are sick and we have got time to talk through things with them, that's when we can ask them lots of questions. And I think Kathleen was saying that's what happened for her. She had that gift of being able to talk through, ask a lot of questions about childhood or this or that with her mum. So I think you're right, Kathleen. There's a lot of healing and completion that can happen when people are going through that transitional time. So I think that's beautiful. So yeah, and songs will often come through to help us as well. So yeah, but she's written just the most beautiful, beautiful story. So thank you. Yeah, so just keep it coming. It's great. It's so beautiful to share. So yeah. And now, just you were saying as well, Nick, that your dream, can you explain what happened for you in your dream with your sister?
Yeah, my sister passed, maybe 12 years ago or something. It was just the anniversary, actually, of her passing. So maybe I didn't actually check the date. I should have gone a bit closer to look at that. But I didn't actually put it out there. This was this week. And she came into my presence during the dream. But instead of just me watching and experiencing like normal dreams, she actually physically came into my body and braided in with me. So her soul and my soul were one and the same. And I was feeling, and I was being her, experiencing her, but at the same time I was also being me. And I have never ever had this experience in my life before. And it was so cool. It was like I could, but we were talking, we were chatting, because we were, the two of us were thick as thieves when she was still here on the earth plane. And we were just chatting away like normal, like it was just another day here, but I really loved the feeling. And I thought, that's how connected we really are. I am you and you and me, but we're also quite separate because we had different soul journeys. So yeah, it was a really interesting experience. And I said, you're welcome anytime to come back and play that game with me. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's quite unique, Nick.
Yeah.
I think this is the beauty of us all coming together and putting out intentions and experiencing, because when it comes through, it can often be something we don't expect, but it's new. So I think that's magical. So if anyone else has ever experienced anything like that, let us know. So I haven't. So I just that's just quite magical. So
yeah, and I sort of think also it's like it may be a key to what some of the things, like all these wonderful things that we're going to start experiencing. And I would never have believed that was even a possibility. And I have no doubt it wasn't just the dream. I was really experiencing it, because I got it just on that period of when you're about to fall into that sleep mode. So I was really clear, and I think I could almost have woken up completely and still experienced it.
Yeah.
which
And
says to me that's something that could be coming in. That's a
absolutely.
really
So I've had that happen when I was at my beautiful friend Jean's place, and they were on this mountain, and the energy was just divine. So I'd go to bed, and the flower of life symbol would come through massive energetically, and I could feel it. We'd be changing colors. I could feel it in every cell of my body, and then one night I actually opened my eyes up and I went, I'm still awake and it's still coming through. So I know exactly what you're talking about. It's
yeah,
almost like this frequency. We're in that theta sort of state and consciously able to experience it as well. So almost lucid dreaming, but then being awake. It's pretty wild.
and
So yeah.
that's weird because just as you said that, I just got this download straight then from my sister, and she was showing me that she's running when we were young, and we used to do nutty runs, like naked runs in the hallway, and she's just showing me that now. That's so funny.
That is
It's like
funny.
she wants to bring back that fun and laughter that we were always in. Yeah,
Joy. Yeah.
yeah,
So, that's
yeah.
so beautiful. So,
The girl
that's
in my dream I shared was the opposite of me, but I felt like me. And then I felt like her too. Like maybe she was another life of mine somewhere. Yes, I think there's that thread there.
that's a great thought, Kathleen. And true. And I think Zan's experienced this. She was describing once looking in the mirror, but knowing it wasn't her, it was her, but from another lifetime. And that aspect in that lifetime was having trouble doing something. So she was doing it for her. So I love this. And this is what I love. It brings up little sparks of and seeds for us to ask more questions, and that's how we learn, and that's how we expand, is through these what we think might be crazy ideas are actually pure brilliance. So I love that you've actually shared that you and Nick
Yeah, exactly.
experience.
And I got the feeling, Marie, that when it was happening, I was questioning and I'm thinking, this is really unusual. And it made me, it opened up some knowingness, which was we can have the same, we can share the same time zone feeling, but have a completely different experience at the same time, which is like, hang on, that doesn't make sense. So how does that happen? And I really feel that there's going to be a massive shift into this understanding of how that's going to take place for us. And I was experiencing a bit of that at that time, as was Kathleen.
Yeah, exactly. And it's in its timelines, its frequency, it's where we're at. We are creating our own reality, co-creating with our beautiful divine aspect. Absolutely. So wow. So I'm going to do a really quick channel from Jasper, and then I'm going to have to go today, guys. But we will see you. What's next week? Actually, do you know what? Next week, and I should be able to still do it. I've got a friend staying with me, but I should be able to still do the show. I think we'll have time. So yeah. But if not, it'll be the week after. I'll channel through Jasper first, okay, and then I'll check in and see. So I'm just going to ask what's going on with us as beautiful beings here, with frequency, with Earth, for this whatever week coming. So Jasper, is that a bird in the background I can hear? Straight away, he took me and he showed me the energy of the sun, and he said, work with the sun, use the sun. So and then this white light just came charging through. So if you're not doing sun gazing, or if you don't know what sun gazing is, it might be an idea to start, because what I do when I sun gaze, and I try and do it early morning or late afternoon, but if you forget, it's okay. So if it's early morning as it's just coming up, you can tend to keep your eyes open to do it. So I just, through my divine self, I connect into the great central sun that brings through source energy into my being onto this earth. And then I allow it to come through. Sometimes I'll blink really quickly if it's a bit bright, or I'll pop my hands over my face with my fingers just slightly apart, or I'll just have my eyes closed and I'll move my head like this. And as it comes through, what I notice is that the colors start. So I'll get this beautiful like aqua blue or a purple or a orange. And then I ask to have that energy come through to wherever it needs to go. to help support my body physically, mentally, emotionally, energetically. And I specifically take it through my pineal gland to clear that, and through into my pituitary gland as well. And then I let it just run through my body. And I've done it before where I've done this, and then I'll come inside and I'll stand inside of a full length mirror, in front of a full length mirror, and you can see it all over you running. It's fabulous. But I would be working with that from what Jasper just showed me. So yeah, and take magnesium or have a Epsom salt bath. And I put a tiny bit of Celtic sea salt in my water as well. I find that really helps when we're going through the big energetic sort of shifts and upgrades. So yeah, so that's what. Yeah, the bird sound. This bird sound was so clear. Was that at your place?
Yeah, I've got birds. They're everywhere at the moment. They were parrots, I think.
I've ever heard it come through, and it was like an energy hit, because you know it was through to the other realms. So
they
so,
definitely want to be heard. And just a quick answer, Marie, it's called soda light. Look it up. It has a beautiful meaning to do with the heart and the connection between the head and the heart.
And it also helps with the throat. So again, it's that being safe to express what you're channeling through, and so soda light is definitely a beautiful one. I love soda light. I work with that a lot. So maple tree, if you're feeling harassed by the collective, just tune out, my love. Ground yourself. Put your feet in water, on the grass. Tune into Mother Earth and tune into yourself. Bring your energy back in. Nurture you. I think that's what this whole time is about, is looking after ourselves. Really important. So yeah. All right, everyone, I have to go, but thank you so much for joining us and sharing all of your wisdom and experiences. And Nick, thank you so much.
Thank you, Marie. Thank you, everyone else, for joining us.
Okay.
Look forward to our next meeting.
Yes. Oh, let me just check into that. I can do it. I just got a yes.
Okay.
So I will do next week. Yeah. So lots of love to everybody.
Love you all too. Bye now.